Hey everybody, I was just hoping to make maybe a quick little video here kind of explaining some more things from class today because we were having so many technology issues and I'm hearing that maybe the recordings aren't working. I'm not really sure, so hopefully this works for you. I do want to just do a quick review and then I'm going to do a couple of problems and then hopefully that will help a little bit. So we always want it to be in this slope-intercept form, this y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope, and that's the number in front of the x, the coefficient, and b is the y-intercept. Y-intercept. I know, my handwriting's awesome. I know. Just stop praising me, okay? My cheeks are getting red. I know. So y-intercept, it's where the line crosses the y-axis. And remember, these are just equations of lines. I can plug in some x and I'll get out a y and that'll tell me a point on the line. That's an ordered pair, a point on the line. And that's how I know it's a solution and things like that. So what I'm seeing with this y equals 2x minus 3 is it's in slope-intercept form because it's y equals some x plus a b is like plus or minus some number. But I can very, very quickly see that my m, or slope, of that is 2. And my b, or y-intercept, or where it crosses the y-axis, is a negative 3. Now I can take that information and graph a line really quick. I put up a spot, I could put a point at negative 3, and then I use my slope of 2 over 1. Remember, whole number can always go over 1, rise over run. And I can go up 2, run 1, go up 2, run 1, or up 2, run 1. And then that's going to make my line for me. Now, same thing over here. Remember, my m is the number, is the slope, and it's the number in front of the x. And then my b is my y-intercept, or where it crosses the y-axis. Always, always, always in front of an x, if there's no number, it's like that little invisible 1. So this is actually a negative 1, right, because that says negative x, so it's negative 1x. My slope is a negative 1, so that means my line would be going downhill. And then I have my b, or y-intercept, of 1. So that 1, 0, 1 is my y-intercept, where it crosses the y-axis. So that was my quick little reminder about that. Now here is where we kind of had a few more issues with maybe understanding and with my computer. I'm still not sure. I already recorded like 5 seconds of this video and it messed up on me in the middle of it. So maybe it's my computer. I don't really know. But here we go. We've got standard form. That is how all of our equations are. It's a normal, regular, standard equation that you would normally see in math. Now because I'm working with graphs, we know that. We've been working with lines for like the last 2 weeks, right? Lines and graphs and coordinate planes and origins and all that stuff. So I want to be able to easily see what the slope and y-intercept are so that I can graph that if I need to. So I can find out lots and tons of information about this line. But it's not like that right now. Right now, it's in this standard form. So I need to make it be in y equals mx plus b form. So I've got to get this little y all by itself. And to do that, I got to get rid of everything around it. I can't touch the y or the 5y until I get rid of the 2x. So I'm going to subtract 2x, and whatever I do from one side, I have to do to the other side. Pew, pew. Those cancel because 2x minus 2x is just 0. And then we've got a 5y equals, now, I can't do 15 minus 2. Those are not like terms. 15 minus 2x, that's not a like terms. I can't add them. I can't subtract them. I can't do anything with them except for I can reorder them because of the commutative property. And that says that I can add numbers any way that I want to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as I add them. I want it to be y equals mx plus b. So I want it to be y equals some x term. I want the x term first. Okay, so I'm going to put my negative 2x there plus 15. I've done nothing wrong. I've done everything that I can in math. Now the next thing I'm going to do is get the y by itself. So I'm going to divide everything by 5. Everything. All of it. All of it. 5 divided by 5. Pew, pew. That goes away. I'm left with y equals. Now, Negative 2x divided by 5. Leave it as a fraction. I'm begging you. That is the best answer. It's a slope. Slopes, rise over run. We want that rise. We want that run. We don't want a decimal. We don't want a decimal. We don't want a decimal because then you just have to turn it into a fraction anyway. So leave it as a fraction. Negative 2x divided by 5 is quite literally negative 2/5 x or negative 2x over 5. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. 2x over 5 and 2/5 x, that's the exact same thing. Now, plus 15 divided by 5, that's 3. So this is our standard form taken into slope-intercept form. Now from this, I know that my slope is negative 2/5 and my y-intercept is 3. Just from looking at it. I couldn't have told you that from the 2x plus 5y equals 15. Now if I'd maybe thought about it a little bit and like done some mental math, but just looking at it, nope. But just looking at this slope-intercept form, this y equals negative 2/5 x plus 3, I know automatically. Okay, let me do, let's see. How far did we get? Let me do one more example. And I know we did these in class, but I'm not sure like how much I was cutting out and all that stuff. Let me do one more example, and then we can be done here, okay? So I'm going to cross this one out because I don't want to get confused. I've got negative 2x minus 8y equals 4. I need to go from standard form to slope-intercept form. And I want to remind myself that slope-intercept form is like this. Y equals mx plus b. It could be minus b. It doesn't matter. It's whatever the sign is back there. We hope it's plus. I love positive thinking. Okay, I need to get y by itself. I can't do anything with that y or that negative 8y until I get rid of the negative 2x. I do that by inverse operations, doing the opposite of what it tells me to do. So negative 2x, okay, I'm really going to add 2x. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. And remember, negative 2x plus 2x, pew, that goes away because it's just 0. And we're left with negative 8y equals 2x plus 4. Remember, I want my x term first, and I'm allowed to maneuver things around because of mathematical properties. So I'm getting y by itself, so I divide by the coefficient of negative 8. That means I have to divide everything by negative 8. Everything. Pew, that goes away. I'm left with y equals. Again, it's 2x divided by negative 8. So that's going to be a negative 2/8x. Yes, I'm going to reduce. Now, 4 divided by negative 8. That's a negative because I have positive divided by negative. So it's going to be a negative. And then 4/8 as a fraction is really 1/2. Or if you just want to skip that and make that into a decimal, sure you can. Sure you can. It's kind of hard to, it's hard to graph fractions no matter what, fractions or decimals. Okay, so sure, you can have it as a fraction, you can have it as a decimal. Now, 4 divided by 8 happens to be 1/2. And I already know it's 4 divided by negative 8, so I know it's a negative. So that happens to be 1/2 or 0.5, either one. But I've got to, and this is a good answer. It's not good enough for me, but it's a good answer. I am going to reduce that 2/8. I know things about numbers, and I know that 2 and 8 share a common factor, and I can divide a 2 out of both the top and the bottom. I can divide a 2 out of the numerator and the denominator, and that will be negative 1/4 x minus 1/2. Y equals, or it could look like this, y equals negative 1/4 x, always fraction for slope, minus 0.5. Those are the same, and they're both fine. They're both great. Really, the only thing that's changed is that back number, that b or y-intercept is a decimal. Okay, and then, I mean, we just quickly have to be able to tell that this is the y-intercept, so it crosses at 2. The lines cross at 2, which is right here. Now, that means C and D are gone. Boom, boom. Now, my slope, so that would be my b, would be 2. And my slope is going to be that invisible 1 in front of the x. Now, slope is a fraction. We can put any whole number over 1, and it's going to work. So Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Oh, hey, all of my dots, all of my slope points, using the slope, coming up with another point on the line, are on this blue line. So my answer, the linear equation for A is y equals x plus 2. So I can use that, and I can use that to come up with every single point on the line. If I plug in that x, I will do some in my calculator, and I'll get a y, and that'll be an ordered pair. Okay, so that's about it for me today. If you have more questions, please let me know. Hopefully tomorrow we don't have any more issues, and hopefully the recording works, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.